23 right now. The Storm Track 8 team cautions we will see a lot of heat and sun this weekend, which can be reason for celebration, but also a little caution as well. Our friend Lauren Tregartis is here with Indy Moms Blog. Thanks for being with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We've been watching for a few days now, knowing we're looking at the 90s. Good run of them as well.
Of course.
That pops in your mind the thoughts of how to stay safe in all of this, particularly when it comes to our skin.
Yeah, and there's some easy things that you can do. We worked with Hancock Regional Hospital and dermatologist there, Dr. Lori Sanford, and she's provided us with some great tips that are just easy, just to keep your kids safe, your family safe when you're out in the sun.
A few points that you've made through all of this that I think are really worth underscoring. When it comes to sunscreen in particular, it's like ketchup. We have a brand favorite. That's not necessarily the best way to make this choice.
Yeah, the best thing you can do, I know we all sit in the aisle at the store and we're like, oh goodness, which one is
I've heard of that one, grab that.
Yeah. Exactly, but you can look for a couple ingredients. So zinc oxide or titanium dioxide are some of the key ingredients. These are blockers. They'll protect you the best from the sun. And you know, I know a lot of us worry about what's safe to put on our skin, especially our children's skin. And zinc oxide is commonly found in diaper creams. So we can safely say that that's a good ingredient, and we can go ahead and grab that one off the shelf.
There is the option now, and I suppose this has always existed, but now it's marketed as such, and it's made for this. You can wear clothes. I mean, they have now specifically for the kiddos especially, but for grown-ups as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Comfortable things.
Exactly, and I was actually recently with my nieces, and they wore full swimsuits that were long pants and long sleeves. I know, especially when you're trying to wrangle a little one and put sunscreen on, it's not always the easiest thing. So look for clothing that has SPF in it for adults and kids. Make sure you wear your hats, sunglasses, things like that.
The one thing you don't have to do with the clothes that you do have to do with the sunscreen, knocking it out at 9 o'clock in the morning is great for however long, but at lunchtime and again in the early afternoon and again in the evening, you've got to reapply this stuff. Yeah,
they say to reapply about every 2 hours. And additionally, every time you sweat or you get in the pool, dry off and make sure you reapply. That's the best thing you can do to keep your skin safe.
So many numbers out there when it comes to the sunscreen, a 20, a 30, a 50, a 100. What are the guidelines?
Yeah, and it can be confusing. There's actually, of course, a mathematical equation to decide or to see how well you're protected. But Dr. Sanford recommends anything 30 and over. There's really not much difference between 30, 50, 100. I mean, of course, you can always go with 100, but once you hit 30, you're pretty safe.
There's this sort of difficult question for parents, especially. I mean, we're old enough. We make decisions based on what is important to us. Sometimes vanity figures into that. As a parent, though, is there any safe tan?
No, Dr. Sanford said the only safe tan is a sunless tan. So if you want that, bronze glow, look up your best sunless tanner, your best spray tanner. Use the products that you can just do yourself at home and do a sunless spray tan.
Let's talk a little bit about a law that is rules that are going to kick in about this. I mean, we're going to codify this stuff, make it what you have to do.
Exactly. Starting July 1st, there's a new law that'll go into effect that allow your kids, your teenagers to take their sunscreen to school. Make sure that they're applying it for recess. Make sure they're applying it for field trips. And additionally, I know with my son's daycare, they ask us to put sunscreen on every single morning. So he starts off the day being protected. And I know the Indiana Academy of Dermatology has some fact sheets. They have some information about this law. And again, that goes into effect July 1st. So if you need more information on that, I know Hancock Regional Hospital, their dermatology practice has all kinds of info.
Thanks to you for the information. Thanks to the partners that you work with on this as well. Really valuable information. And Drew, again, we're about to hit a real hot spell, so it's important, timely data for us.
Absolutely. It's really important stuff. And